All right. So we're starting the experiment again. Huh, interesting.
No, we are showing up as we're
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, it worked. It worked. I
No, I mean yeah, like on Twitch too. Hey
right.
guys.
Yeah, yeah. No, I should I'm going to press this button too. No, but yeah, I think that might have been it. All right, we're good for I'm going to leave this up because it tells me what's going on. Hi, sorry, we're trying to make the YouTube co-feature work as well. Anyway, welcome to the stream. You're not crazy. We're not in our VTuber stream characters. We're out of characters. So this isn't Jerry and the announcer. This isn't Caliban and Storyteller. It's just Jeff and Tim today. And yeah, it wasn't about hearing us both. It's we've been experimenting with doing simulcast on Twitch and YouTube, in part to facilitate videos getting onto YouTube easier. And we keep running into problems. We think we've solved the last one. At least it's working right now, so we're happy.
Well, like when you like right around when you did that, you also changed the scene to our live one, and I just wanted to let you know that we had switched over, so you
Yeah,
you
right.
were aware.
Yeah, which is awareness that
Which is why
everything.
I was saying they can hear us.
Yeah, well, and I did all of that on purpose. So all that shows is everything worked the way I expected it.
Wunderbar.
So we're good. So 2K25 has just released for pre-order folk, and we have it. And I've been playing with it the last couple days. But today I'm actually going to start doing My Rise, which there is a couple of things in the game that I refer to as you have to do. You have to eat your vegetables. And that is, we have to go through My Rise and we have to go through Showcase. And the reason we have to do that is, unfortunately, they put game assets behind those features, and you've got to play through them to unlock it. There's also stuff in my faction, which if I have to play through that, I will lose my mind, but I might have to do. But My Rise has always been a fun one to do on stream because you get to import your own character, and I have created the creation. So it is our tradition to put the creation through My Rise, which is what we're going to do today. Hopefully volumes aren't going to be too crazy. I thought of something though. I'm gonna tell you and actually gauge audience reaction. So I was at breakfast this morning with my wife. Tim knows my wife. Tim has met her in person.
Yep.
And my wife, one of her hobbies is 3D printing. And she has a program for her 3D printer now where she can take basically JPEGs and print them to create things like she could create coasters with JPEG images on them, or things you can hang on, physical things. She printed me a Hatbox Ghost head from Haunted Mansion that we can put on the wall because my house is ridiculously full of Haunted Mansion merch. But one of the things she was like, oh, hey, if you've got your Dr. Caliban logo or a picture of the creation or whatever, I could do printouts of those. And I was like, interesting. And it's like, oh, I could see some fun with the Dr. Caliban logo or the create. And then it dawned on me as I was getting ready to go live and looking through my images, I have a lot of files of the M&W logo.
Same.
I could have her create, and it was just the idea of, wow, we could make like M&W coasters.
Well, I mean, we could set up a whole M&W merch store. I mean, if we wanted.
If we wanted. I'm just saying, we got these it got me thinking again. One of these days, we keep toying on one of these days we're going to do merch, but it's, anyway.
Well, we've gotten permission from Citric, who's the one
Right.
who designed the logo. So
yeah. Oh, it's putting
it
and all the
I thought I'd pre-done this
I think it's
video,
more
but
of a
all the sign.
well, I think it once you start getting into the money aspect, it starts getting complicated.
right.
Now it's all about to change.
Well, and part of it, because I think for us doing the merch, it's weird because I don't think any of us really want to do the merch for the merch, for the money. I think we want to do the merch so we can get merch in people's hands. At least that's my attitude.
I mean, if that's the case, I'll take the money.
There you go. That's fair. I mean, well, because when you get into money, it's like, how do we divide it if we make it?
I mean, like, I am pretty much the one here without a job, so you know, could quote unquote make this my job.
Wait a minute. What is this bullshit here? You must have at least one men's division and one women's division superstar to import from your creations.
As what?
So it's saying I can't just, because I was saying select import superstar.
Okay.
Because I want to import the creation. And then I hit import confirm. And now it's saying you must have at least one men's division and one women's division superstar to import from your creations. All right, hang on. I'm going to do something here.
Just make a quick, basic.
I could. I'm going to, okay, guys, I am moving to our transitional screen for a second. And I'm doing this for a reason, because I'm going to go even easier than that. I'm going to go into community creations.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just going to go find a halfway decent female superstar to download, because I don't want to take the time to even run through I just want to find something that feels halfway decent and use that, and then we'll go from there. Somebody has already made freaking Batman. The reason I'm on this community screen is without fail, at some stage, somebody will put a not safe for work image into community creation, and it becomes a problem.
Problematic.
And so I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just perusing through community creation, seeing if something really jumps out at me as that's what I might. What is this?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't expect we're going to use it.
Nah, we're literally just using it because we just want to get something in here because it's a. I need something.
Placeholder, essentially.
Yeah. I need to have a. I'm really tempted. I just found there was obviously a bunch of goths, but somebody made a Mariposa, and that's kind of tempting because Mariposa. For those of you who don't know, Mariposa was a character on Lucha Underground that was the sister of Marty the Moth.
Huh.
And of course, a whole bunch of people. This is the thing that always gets me: people who do cause that are just recreations of already existing wrestlers, especially already existing wrestlers in the game. Like, there are so many Alexa Blisses in here, and I was like, guys, I'm going to go with that Mariposa. That amused me. Even though, I mean, whether it looks like, it doesn't really look a lot like the Mariposa we're used to, but it'll give me a caw, and I'll erase her once we're done with this and we've gotten through, or until somebody gets me a M&W female. Once Kelly or Nina or what have you is created. All right, we're going to try this again. Mostly because I absolutely want to have the creation in. No, we went through that video once. Importing characters. Once you've navigated the superstar you'd like to import, confirm your selection. Okay. All right. My Rise Mutiny.
As you all know, we've been building a new era in WWE, a direction that's bolder than anything you've ever seen before. But to forge this path, we need talent who can rise to the occasion. Whether that's someone who's already here or an outsider ready to step in and lead the charge. Who is going to be
Uncanny
the
Valley
superstar to
shit
lead us
going on.
to that next level?
Just
Well, we're going to answer that
it doesn't
question
look quite
starting
right.
next Monday on Raw with the WWE Draft. Raw and SmackDown GMs Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have decisions to make that will shape the future of WWE. Now, I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but as a chief content officer, I'm gonna drop a couple of hints about who I think will be selected #1 overall and become the leader of this new era.
New era.
Okay, decision brands. Important decisions crucial to your My Rise are marked with, spears. That's what it looks like to me. These icons signify a decision that changes the trajectory of your story, including which story content will be available later. All right. Try playing My Rise Mutiny multiple times to experience different paths when presented with this icon, as you will see different story content from these choices. In other words, hint, hint, you want to unlock everything? We're going to make you play this more than once.
Hey guys, we've got replayability. Do you? Do you though?
All right, so it's going to be compete in the men's division because I want to play
This
creation.
individual is going to be a force in the men's division for years to come. I've seen his potential for greatness already as...
Okay. Oh, I get to show you one of the top stars on Raw, one of the biggest stars.
I'd love it if they just AEW.
I'm going to be top star in another promotion.
as the top star of another promotion. That's right.
That shall
I
not
think
be
you
named.
know who I'm talking about. They could be the next AJ Styles, the next Jade Cargill, or better yet, carve their own path to lead.
Wow, that was an absolute dig at
It all
AEW. I
starts
love
with the
it.
draft when we take the next step in WWE's revolution.
Yeah, AJ didn't start here. Did start in the Fed.
Well, although AJ he was a TNA star beforehand, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's where he got his his main.
Yeah. So they could be referencing that, although AJ was in AEW. But then Jade Cargill was. Oh, hey.
AJ wasn't in AEW.
Wasn't he? No, you're right. He wasn't. I don't know why I was thinking he was. You know what?
But yeah, Jay definitely was AEW.
I'm trying to think of who am I thinking of? If it wasn't AJ, I'm probably thinking of you know what? I'm thinking of Cole.
Oh, yeah. Adam Cole.
Baby.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the social media feed. Okay, how do I... All right, hang on a second. I'm trying to... It looks like I should be able to... All right. It's not letting me... All right, here we go. Social media provides... Yeah. It's the same as the last 2 years.
Or
Which means some of these feeds will start straight. Okay, let's see.
and some of them will be completely useless.
Uh-huh. So, of course, I made Dr. Caliban the social media feed for the character because that's a tradition in MNW of you make the social media name the owner's name if it's different than what the character's name is. So I'm just going through this to fill it, see if there's anything. I mean, we just started the Straw Hat, the big. Hang on a second, because I can do this. How foobar is it right now? The biggest foobar we've found in My Rise so far is to import a character, such as creation. I had to also have a female CAW to choose from. So I had to go download a female CAW off of Community Creations to be able to get in here. Okay, here's an interesting thing. This week on WWE NXT, the intergender NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, and Lex, will defend. I didn't want to say that. Will defend their titles against Shawn Spears and Call Me Psycho, who will walk away with the gold. Okay. Don't miss the latest episode of TBD featuring matches from the Battle of... Okay, so TBD is still in here. That's good. They actually were something I liked from last year. All right, and then DM...
Well, Straw Hat, if that's the case, it hasn't affected us because Taliban literally just downloaded something off of Community Creations like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And he's playing it on PC.
Yeah, so I would say that is not a thing. Also,
like I said, at least it's not affecting us, which is really all that matters.
Right. Also, I want to do a quick shout out. Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the 5-month resubscribe. Or six. Oh, they've been sub. Okay, 6 months old. It's blah 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 blah. I may be a little tongue tied on things. Also, well, congratulations to Pokey last night for the 3-stream streak. I didn't notice because I was in Insanity. Also, Lord Ford, who's at 170 streams. The hell. Baron Blade will probably show up in this again. I know that Cole is in it. I saw a screenshot of Cole, and it looks like I saw in certain CAWs, I also saw The Chosen. A bunch of characters from previous years are becoming reoccurring characters. They're building essentially a My Rise universe. What would be hilarious is if at some point they have people coming out portraying them on an actual Raw.
Oh, see, I was going the different direction where like they actually ended up with My Rise having made enough original characters that they just do their own game made entirely of their original wrestlers.
Sure. Well, and you know,
unfortunately, with the year schedule, that could take a bit.
Well, here's the thing. We were discussing this last night. Of one of the big issues with the unlocks and everything is that, as Bosco was saying, most people that get this game don't want to play WWE Superstars. They want to make their own characters. And there could probably be an audience for a version of this game that strips out. You were in the conversation.
Yeah, no, and like, because my personal opinion is that there essentially needs to be like this My Rise thing, and you have the same engine for creating your character, but then you also have the like I was saying, if anybody out there isn't familiar, for soccer games, there's typically your mainstays, your well, I was going to say FIFA, but EA lost the license to FIFA, which I find hilarious. But then there's also a game that's called Football Manager Simulator, and it contains all of like the stats and all the customization, and you have a lot more control over like team setups. And it's like if they did something like that, maintain the same creation engine, and just allowed for AI simulated matches with full control over all this stuff in a simulator sense. I think that I think there isn't. The problem is there's enough draw of both types. I think there are enough people that want the straight up WWE experience the My Rise campaign, and I think there's also just enough people like us that want to do the full-on EFED thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just unfortunately, I don't see them splitting the two, even though that would be double the benefit money.
All right, so I've because you got to spend the points to have things. Okay, let's view details. Hang on, I want to. So this is nice. This is a new feature. It's showing you each of these attributes, what it affects. Not putting a lot of aerial because I've made the creation a giant in this version because it's something Bosco and I discussed. We're going to use him as in Flashbang. Upgrade confirmation accessible 9 points. I don't think. Yeah, well, that's great. But we've upgraded him. All right. I don't think.
Yeah, I'll always find that FIFA thing hilarious. Specifically because for anybody that isn't aware, FIFA is corrupt as fuck. So for FIFA to look at EA and go, I'm sorry, I think we need to go elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Speaking of the My Rise universe, here is our old friend, Troy Simpkin. Last year, as Straw Hat has so eloquently put it, we decided that Troy had the most punchable face, and our greatest disappointment in My Rise last year is they didn't let us get our hands on him. We never actually got to punch Miz. Well, we'll get to punch Logan Paul, okay? We got to punch Logan
Repeatedly.
Paul last year. I'm sure we're going to get to punch Logan Paul this year. I know that when I was playing the Power Center tutorials, one of the people you get to beat up in that is Logan Paul. It is just, I am looking forward to beating up Troy. So I'm just preparing us for, get ready for Smarmy.
Also, Simpkin.
That was
Simpkin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they know what they did.
Hello there. So nice to finally meet you. I'm Troy Simpkin, seasoned and esteemed WWE producer.
Hey, Troy. Nice to meet you too.
We are so excited for your arrival in WWE. And by the way, I've heard how things are handled where you're coming from, and this is going to be a breath of fresh air. Nothing but professionalism on this side of the fence.
Don't believe everything you read online, but that's good to know. So, what's the plan?
We want your impending debut at the draft to stay top secret. So to keep all the internet sleuths guessing, management thought it would be a good idea for you to compete for another promotion one last time. So, where do you want to go?
So we're going to hide the existence of a 7-foot-tall green man with facial scars and hair that is 2 different colors. Sure. All right, but now I have to make a choice.
Well, that's why they're sending him to another country.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So, flat out, we know that if when Zacho plays this, he's going to go straight to Japan.
Sure. I mean, hell, I would.
And it's tempting, but I was just mentioning how happy I was that TBD was still in the game. Yes, now Straw Hat's not wrong. Japan is the perfect place for a giant monster.
Fair.
TBD, I just have nostalgia because TBD was the main indie promotion in the female My Rise storyline last year, and as we all know, the women's My Rise last year was the superior storyline.
I would have loved if they had kaiju wrestling in there.
God, don't tempt me. Now, the one thing is, if I go to Japan, I'll probably get to fight the Chosen, who was a great character last year. One of their great introductions last year was the Chosen. BCW might be here, but they're right now playing up the TBD. So I have to make a choice. Because and it's the struggle. Mexico's not on there. Sorry, Brad. Yeah, I'm not going to go get nachos. I'm just struggling between TBD and Japan. Also, let's take a moment while I'm at this decision screen. I've been talking about this. One of the other big biffs that the game had was in character creator. And I'm hearing rumor it might be a bug, but we're not sure. That you can't do the same as much facial layering of things as you did before. So when you're looking at Creation's face, this is different than his previous appearance. Slightly, in that in the previous iteration, I had 7 different blemishes on his face, which combined with the scar gave his Frankenstein monster look. This year, I was only able to put on 1 blemish. So the red blemishes around his right eye were the one I decided to take, because I figured they were the most prominent, where if that blemish was on there, he would still basically look like himself. So that's the difference. Now, one thing we have stated, and we're going to stick to, is in when we get M&W going again, because characters are going to look different, we are not going to mention it. It's not going to be part of the story. We're just going to move on. To the point of, we have established a rule. If anyone tries to make the characters looking different before a storyline, we will time them out. Not ban them, which Zacho was advocating, because he was spicy last night. But we will time it.
Yeah.
We will time them out, because it is that kind of thing is not going to be allowed, because it's going to break immersion, and we don't want that. I'm going to go to TBD.
I think a match on the U.S. indie scene would get people talking. Can you book me in TBD?
Sure thing. Just don't get injured. And a win would be nice. We'd look like idiots if our big free agent lost before their debut.
Got it. I'll take care of business.
Oh, one more thing. Make sure you look good on draft night.
What are you getting at?
It's just that in the past, WWE superstars had to wear whatever we told them to for their non-ring attire. And as much as I miss those days, that's no longer how it works around here. It's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever you want.
So I can dress how I want to dress? I assumed that was the case, but thanks for confirming.
All right, we better wrap this up before any looky-loos start pulling out their phones. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
All right, so this is the thing they had said, that they are giving you the ability to have casual attire. All right, all right. Now we're going to talk to Jade Cargill. Okay, here I just want to talk about Jade for a moment. Even back in her run on AEW, people kept saying, "Oh God, she's going to be huge," and WWE, they wanted her from day one. She is the homegrown star from AEW. And, it makes sense people want her. She's, great. And I find it interesting she's clearly being played as a prominent star here in this storyline. So let's
Well, the thing is that, visually, she is absolutely incredible. But in terms of a wrestling career, she's still very new.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to say green, but...
She's got room to grow, but she also shows, I feel, the potential.
Well, she's also, that's why I said early enough in her career, I mean, that was, and I don't think it should be taken as a critique, but, she was basically, once she came over to WWE, she went over to the Performance Center for a period of time.
Right, which is just,
So,
to me, that's a smart way to do it. So,
yeah, just get her a little more accustomed to their way of doing things. And,
well, I think CJ is kind of hitting she was essentially Jadeberg. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Goldberg, how do I say this? I'm going to play the game. I could get me on wrestling history. We're going to be here for a while.
Hey, it's been a bit.
problem with
How have you
Goldberg is
been?
he unfortunately went a lot to his head.
Right.
My opinion.
Okay, so now we're going to do, I do have to say one thing. We're now going to play the game of how good a voice actor are the wrestlers. Because we get a variety on how good they are. So,
Or whether or not do they care.
Yeah, how much effort are they putting in? Triple H obviously gives a shit. Whenever we get anything from The Miz or from Sami Zayn, they clearly give a shit. But then Alexa Bliss gives not one fuck. So let's see how much of a shit does Jade Cargill give?
Busy. Good to see you again, Jade. You've been on one hell of a run in WWE. Not that I'm surprised. When we worked together, I always knew you were destined for big things.
I appreciate that. And from what I'm hearing, you might be following in my footsteps.
Yeah, Jade gives not one fuck.
Yeah.
You never know where I'll show up next.
Either that or his bad direction.
It could be. I mean, here's the thing. Before we give to her next line. These are wrestlers, not voice actors.
Yes, but they are also performers.
They are performers. I think it also gives how much, like Becky Lynch tries, but Becky Lynch is also, as Seth has said, giving serious consideration to more acting roles.
Right.
So Becky wants to be an actress, and so doing a good performance matters to her. And Seth always gives in a good performance, but that's because Seth refuses to be bad. So...
Really? Because I just saw you talking to a WWE producer.
Yeah, she's just reading the script.
But if you don't want to say, I respect that.
Okay.
Well, the pacing doesn't feel natural.
Pacing doesn't.
There's the pauses.
Yeah, it very much feels I'm reading from a script, and have not learned how to really cold read.
Thanks, Jade. See you soon. Maybe.
All right. Oh, no. Okay. All right. We're going to the match. Don't miss the hottest free agent in wrestling. Oh, and we're going to beat Cole Quinn. I love Cole Quinn. Cole, who was introduced as a main supporting character in 2K19 in the Buzz storyline.
My second least favorite Cole. First being Cole Young from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
That still pisses me off. I've never once seen somebody actually get literal plot armor.
So, fortunately, my entrance is still in here, although they have jacked the volume on the lightning strikes. I guarantee you, Tim, you were just drowned out for the audience by those lightning strikes.
Huh.
Also, I had to pick new pants. The Creations pants that he has worn for the last 2 games weren't available. Other than that, we still have the Monster Amongst Men, the Frankenstrowman entrance, which, let's face it, was custom made for my character. But the other thing is, you'll note this is not the Creations' original theme song. Goth 1 was taken out of the game. Goth 2 is still in the game, listed as Goth 2, but Goth 1 is gone. So this is Mankind's original theme, which is what Bosco and I agreed would be his new entrance theme. Okay, they're saying you weren't completely drowned out by the lightning. So that's good.
Cool.
No, End of Days is Dr. Grimm's theme. Has always been
Yeah, I was
Dr.
gonna say, that's
Grimm's
Bob's.
theme. The other mad science guy. End of Days was Bob's theme before I joined MNW. No, if I could have had a choice back in the day of what theme I would have liked for the creation, and it wasn't in, I didn't know about custom music at the time, and I don't think we did a lot back then, I would have chosen Taz's theme due to the heartbeat. That is now one of the Minotaurs.
There now. I mean, the heartbeat is good, but I don't. The rest of it's kind of.
It also was always one of my favorite themes.
Oh, it's a good theme.
Yeah. Right up there with Edge's, Metalingus.
Oh,
And
sure.
Weirdly,
On this day.
yeah. Weirdly, a theme I liked, and in the version of the game that it was in, I always liked Draw's theme. I thought Draw's had a great theme. But since Draw's was only in one game because of his accident, it wasn't a choice ever again. Oh, okay, I gotta pay attention. So notice the Creation's health bar. Creation is a giant. All right. So, as a giant, he doesn't get as much stamina, but he gets an extra health bar. Also, he is damn near impossible to pick up. Come on, Cole. Kinshasa! Let's give it the old military press. Yeah, giants don't fly, so I've given all of my aerial stuff low score because they're next to useless anyway. Get up, Cole. Front Russian leg sweep. Get up again, Cole. Now, I'm not done with you. Yeah, I know how to drag a person. Get him over there. Oh, he reversed me! Fair. Did you just try and dirty pin me? Oh, I gave up too early. Oh, missed it. All right. And Graveyard Smash! And in case you're wondering, yeah, I turned off commentary because it annoys the shit out of me. And I can.
Well, and we'd be talking over the talking.
Yeah, and that's not really, in my opinion, good content. Oh, that's right, we're doing... So the Wheel of Pain ends it for Cole Quinn. One thing I've realized, I can do the circle game as long as I have beat the living hell out of them first. Hey, Rosso, how's it going? So, yeah, that's how a giant essentially plays in this game, and it's going to be interesting. So, we were looking at it last night, and we were discussing it. Oh, hang on, we got to get through some stuff. All right. Get me to a screen where I can do something. Can we turn on the subs? Oh, subtitles. Let me double check, maybe. Nothing in there. All right, hang on. Let me see. Option.
There it is.
There it is. There you have it. Subtitles on. That's a decent request. Okay, I want to see something. Parents. Okay, important bit of information for everyone under fighting styles. Once you've said it, don't mess with it. I did something yesterday where even though I reselected the fighting style I had, which is giant, it completely reset my entrance and move set. All right. Right. All right. Okay, I'm wanting to tires. See if they would let me set a... All right, hang on, I'm going to do something here. Just to be on the safe side. And why am I doing this? Because I don't trust them. All right, so we are now going to set the creation's casual attire. So here's an interesting thing. Okay, going back while I'm making the clothes, let me get back to that. For the I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna remove that. For who is and isn't what. The Undertaker is a giant. We'll get back to this. I want to get rid of the belt. All right. The Undertaker is a giant for his first two iterations. In other words, classic Undertaker, the first two eras of Undertaker, he is played as a giant.
So basically, not American Badass.
So not even that. It's the original Undertaker attire and the Ministry of Darkness attire. He is played as a giant, and then everything beyond that. So everything after American Badass, he is a striker.
Okay.
So that is, I kind of like that for the creation and his overall persona. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. So I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
In news versions, maybe not. Yeah. I mean,
although he definitely did, because I went and I remember seeing him at a house show. Yeah, I went to a house show back in the day, back in the 90s, and one of the things I remember seeing was that looks, I like that. I want him in a vest. I just need to find one that doesn't annoy me. What is this one? Briggs. Do you have one that's not completely branded to someone? Anyway. Yeah, and he did old school back then. That's all I'm saying. Even though theoretically he wasn't. That's tempting.
it was more current school.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, except again, I'm trying to find one that doesn't necessarily have somebody else's. Although, you know what? That one's not bad. We're going to take that one. Except, we're going to do the little trick. All right, that's good enough. I can live with it. All right, and then lower bodies, we're just going to find him a different pair of pants. There we are. Right, I got to accept. All right. Anyway, sorry, because I was doing things I got real quick. Okay, so who are the Giants currently on the WWE roster according to the game? 6. Old school Undertaker, Kane every iteration, Kevin Nash every iteration, obviously Andre the Giant, Nia Jax for the women, Yokozuna, and Omos.
Thanks for taking the time to answer a couple questions before the draft. I know you just got here and must be getting pulled in 100 different directions, so I'll try to make this quick.
No problem. And it's Kathy, right? Good to meet you.
You too. Well, you've competed all over the world and most recently were a star for a rival company. What personality traits led to your success?
Okay, so I'm going to decide who I am. This is clearly the personality traits that will. So I'm thinking we'll go, because comedic and fun is not going to fit the creation. And
But
scheming.
no option for nepotism?
Yeah, really. Scheming and calculated means he's going to be very healer. I'm going to go with bold and brash.
Simple. I'm not afraid of a fight. I pull no punches and I won't back down. I guess you could say I'm the bold and brash type.
I also think that works better for a
I think you'll fit
giant.
in well around here. What can you say about the rumors that you'll be selected #1 overall tonight?
I don't have time for internet gossip. All that matters to me is what happens when the bell rings. If I go #1, that just means there's a bigger target on my back. But I live for that sort of thing. So just bring it.
Okay.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go for now. Thanks again, and good luck with the draft.
Crap, now I owe The Rock $5. Damn.
All right, and now Triple H. Yeah, it won't let me do it. Okay. All right, we're going to go meet the boss. So here's the question. Have I already pissed him off?
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
You feeling okay? I know it's tough. New surroundings, big expectations, especially with everything lined up tonight.
I'm ready, but I'm actually a little disappointed it's just a draft, and I don't get to punch someone in the face.
Hey, it's WWE. You never know. I've got to get
The
going.
night is
You
young.
should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
Okay, so they're basically portraying Triple H as he kind of is in general on stage now. Which means our villain will be somebody else. I think part of that is they need to cultivate overall, this is the guy that's running the company now.
Well, that was one of the things I was curious about is where in the development cycle does this line up with the transition?
My understanding, and I could be wrong, is that serious development on the game usually happens sometime in the summer, where they start locking things down. They got to get through, they got to worry about right now in the cycle getting through the DLCs, a bunch of them, and patches, but that at least that's my understanding. I could, because at that point, by summertime, it's like, okay, here's a lot of who are probably going to be the roster, but I think they also have to keep at least a little loose on things because of how often things change. But when you're doing something like this, where you've got to create scenes, you got to do animation, I can't see them not starting at least by summertime, where they have to start locking down ideas. And again, by summertime of this last year, Vince was gone. Triple H was clearly creatively in charge. So, and by that time it was he's the reasonable authority figure. So, yeah, I mean, that's my thought. Anyway, let's continue the story. Let's continue our story.
Well, and but we're also not quite at the Netflix era.
Oh, no. This would have still been developed during the USA era.
It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE draft, Raw is honored to select the future of WWE.
So here's the thing. We are getting to see what the announcers are saying in subtitles. Hey, a masked man just hit me. It's Baron Blade again. Back on his bullshit. All right, and I have unlocked the Triple H suit bundle and the Nick Aldis suit bundle. Our first unlock, folks. Oh, what is... All right, so this is a draft. Top draft pick. No, they didn't stay on the screen. I want to read it. At Larden. Whatever Larden... Okay, so you can't ignore it. The new era has begun. All right. We're looking into what happened as we take our talent safety seriously. Definitely not how we operate our handler. We have to handle it, though, so stay focused, positive and focused on what's next. And I've seen all the reports online, and we go way back, so you can give me a hint of where you're heading next? Is it... Okay. That was... Right. Can I remove these? All right. All right, let's go to the hub. Well, here's the thing. That mask is like a black version of the mask, the tormenting mask from. It was Buzz. I mean, it was 2K19 where that where it was. Baron Blade tormenting Buzz for various reasons. All right, let's go story. And it's, hey, it's the boss. All right, what do you guys say for me, Adam?
First of all, I'm sorry about what happened out there. We're working with the authorities to get to the bottom of it, but Hunter says it seems like it was just a random, unstable individual.
Okay, so Adam Pearce gives a shit.
Is this how things are handled over here in WWE? Maybe I would have been better off staying where I was.
I assure you that's not the case. You're in good hands with us.
Like a good neighbor? Sorry.
So if it was a random person, what was with that stuff on the Tron?
I wouldn't assume the two things were connected. Could have been unrelated technical difficulties. Either way, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Better to focus on the positive and move on.
I don't know. I've heard about this guy named R. Sawyer who gets up to a lot of shit.
I'm focused on kicking someone's ass. Don't care who it is.
Perfect. I'll set up a match for you next week on Raw, and it'll be against a local competitor you'll be sure to dominate. After that, no one will be talking about what happened tonight.
Local talent. Okay, and now here's where we start our story path. So we got CM Punk and Troy. You know what? I mean, we'll get to Troy, but I want to talk to Punk. In part, let's see how much Punk gives a shit.
Hey, you all right? I'm okay. I know we didn't cross paths too much at our former workplace, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway,
all right, that confirms it's AEW.
Next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does someone...
It could have been an ROH.
Access to the Tron?
That's true.
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
All right, CM Punk gives a shit, which doesn't really surprise me.
I agree. I'll be ready if and when something happens again.
I mean, you're right. Again, they're being vague enough that it could be ROH. It really has a feel like they're digging on AEW. Although even they're not digging. They're not like saying, "Oh, it was a hellhole over there." They're just saying, "Yeah, we encountered each other someplace else." So, all right. Okay, Troy, what do you got for me?
That attack came out of nowhere. Are you okay?
Hey, Troy. I'm a lot more angry than I am hurt.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. The perfect way to blow off a little steam.
Troy, I'm sorry. I appreciate it, but I'm not into you.
You got any idea who was under that mask? Because that's who I'd like to get my hands on.
I do not. However,
Also,
Since I got promoted,
to an
which
earlier
was
comment
definitely
we
based on
were
merit,
talking
not
about
because
in a
Roman Reigns
previous
landed
stream
on me at
about
WrestleMania, and
the
Triple H felt bad about my numerous
term
injuries.
nebbish.
Oh yeah,
Troy is nebbish.
Troy is absolutely nebbish. Okay, I love this. Roman Reigns landed on me at WrestleMania, and Triple H felt bad about my numerous injuries. Did that happen in the last game? I don't remember specifically, but I could absolutely see that having happened in the last game. Yep, that's it. Licks you up. Thank you. Hang on, that's good enough. On the screen. All right.
I've been put in charge of booking the matches for our live events.
Sweet darkness.
Congratulations?
That would be my reaction.
You should be congratulating yourself, because I've got my eye on you to be the main attraction for our next big tour.
I
Yay.
appreciate it, Troy. But I'm focused on figuring out who jumped me, and then enacting some very disproportionate revenge.
You know what? This is all very in character for the creation, minus the speaking in flowery gothic poetry.
That's exactly why you should compete in some live event matches. It's the perfect opportunity to sharpen your skills and max out your abilities. Trust me, you won't believe the kind of rewards you'll get with live events.
I mean, we'll unlock all kinds of costume pieces, maybe a
I was going to say, that sounded more like what he was saying than...
Fine, Troy.
You're going to grind so many levels doing this?
Opportunity, hit me up.
You're the best. Thanks so much. You'll find me waiting for you when I'm ready to book the next bunch of shows.
I cannot wait.
Can't wait.
See? Jinx. Pretty cool. Okay, it's one thing for you and I to share a brain cell, Tim. when we're sharing it with the game. We've done too many of these. Oh, God.
Well, apathy is something I can relate to. So.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Hang on. I got to put this on the screen. So apparently nebbish is Yiddish, and it means timid, unfortunate simpleton.
Yep.
That is definitely Troy. All right. Tune in next week for the first overall draft pick. You know, I noticed they're not giving me every year there's been a name so they could call you something. Buzz, The Lock. I think last year was something like not The Chosen. That was a character. But this year they sort of are avoiding a name overall.
Or we haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, it's true. So, all right, who are we going to fight? And what are my goals? Please let my goal just be win the damn match for now. And we're fighting Adrian Buck. I think he's a new character.
His name is Adrian Buck, and he does not have a strong feeling one way or the other.
Because again, they're as we said, they're building an entire universe. Dark Horse was last. Dark Horse, yeah. Thank you, Shanitsi. So another new character, because you know what? Again, building out this roster of wrestlers where they can do whatever they want with them, because it doesn't do anything to the actual stars.
Though, unfortunately, it wouldn't surprise me if WWE also had ownership on
That's, yeah.
the Lock and the Dark Horse.
Oh, sure. Now, I ended up using the Undertaker Tron because they took the Monster Amongst Men Tron out. I couldn't find it. All right, and here you have it, folks. In comes the creation. Standing at 7 feet tall, weighing 450 pounds, which are not the actual in-game stats, but we're going with it. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to have to fix that. Because that's not the attire I want to be wearing in the ring. I'm just going to yeet you. And then when I get to the costume creator, all right, take that, legs. And the military press. Oh. Get up, you. Why, I oughta. Get in the ring. I'm not coming after you. Get off those roller skates. Brain chop! And the Monster Mash! All right. Tony D'Angelo from NXT. Hey, guess what? Tony, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
That's enough! Sit down and stay there.
What are we gonna do with him?
We're going to get some answers, and we're going to get them right now.
You have no idea.
You better start explaining real fast before I beat the truth out of you.
The new era has arrived.
Who are you, John Moxley?
I know you're known for these types of attacks, but why did you target me? Jealous that I was the #1 pick and you weren't even drafted?
It's not always about you. It's about us. Them. All of them.
Wait, is he what a conspiracy?
Who is them? Your goons? The family?
Lord Don.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking mafia wannabe out of here!
I mean, it kind of makes sense you're going to do shit with him. Okay, but when you get your hands on him in the match, the management will deal with him accordingly, and this will be over. All right, I hope so. All right, so I got to go back to appearance. Because I don't want to be wrestling in the casual attire. That's just kind of stupid. Which means I gotta go back to copy attire. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna set this as my casual attire. Which means I gotta go back and do that again. I get sorry, that one's locked. All right, I like this one better anyway. All right. I mean, it kind of makes... I felt it looked good for the characters then. Alright. Yep, save and complete. Now get back to the game. So basically, I have to make some, again, I have to make some effort doing my Rise and at least Showcase, because I need to unlock parts so that when Zacho remakes wrestlers, I have all the parts available. Because if my part unlocks don't match his part unlocks, I'll end up in a problem I've been in the past, what I call the Ultra Devil problem, where I did not complete the Rey Mysterio Showcase. And as a result, I didn't have all of those parts unlocked. And so when Cryptic made Ultra Devil, I couldn't download him because he used parts unlocked from Showcase. So now I have to eat my vegetables.
So you got the bad guy, huh?
Well, looks like it.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
I think so too. I don't think D'Angelo would do this on his own. Whether it's his family or someone else behind the scenes, there's got to be other people involved.
Exactly. And the entire roster should be on the lookout. I know I will be.
Again, I think Punk's doing a decent job with his voice acting. I like this Mark for life. I have so many theories about this Larden account. And then, of course, you know, Tazia-tastic. All right. I'm having clear my throat a lot today. I think I'm getting into pollen season. So the biggest difference you'll see in my playthrough versus Bosco's, I'm keeping the HUD on, and I've set it to easy because I want to get through it. Bosco will play it at Legend, and he will have the HUD off because he's a madman. Also, he's actually that good at the game. Somebody once said, hey, the Murder Cave should do a play against Bosco in WWE 2K, and they were like, no, he will murder us. Which, keep your eyes open today, folks. Bosco said he may also be streaming today. Because, you know, it's the new shiny. We got to get through this stuff, and yeah. You know, I do love that Tony comes out to the pseudo Godfather font. Really works with his character. Is he? Okay, cool. Yeah, he said he might. What is he playing? What mode is he playing? Anyone take a peek and let me know? I'm curious.
I was going to say, I imagine he's playing 2K20.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I walked right into that, didn't I?
Hey, you clarified yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I could have seen this as a repackage for Enzo.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Like I could see him doing the mobster bit.
I could too, but okay, I got to really rethink how I do that. Because he's a giant, I don't move as fast. So the old move of coming out and immediately doing a Kinshasa doesn't work like it used to. All right. You know what? You get up. You turn around. Oh. And again, you're seeing the advantages of being a giant. Now let's see if this works now. Oh, yeah, but I hit the ref by mistake.
Yeah, that's fine.
He'll get up.
That's what he gets paid for.
Oh, yeah. All WWE refs are functionally immortal. Don't you know? All right. You know what? Let's put you here. Let's get you up. I was curious what would happen. That was fun. D'Angelo. Graveyard Smash! And now... Oh! He blocked my finisher. There's my Kinshasa. Well, Tony, I got a beat on you for a while now because I have to hit a finisher on you. So I hope you don't mind. Season's beatings! All right, I gotta get my timing on my. All right. Tony, we're going to do this again, okay? What the hell is with you blocking my finisher? Come on. And graveyard smash. And monster mash. There we go. And now I'm about to get Pearl Harbored again. Charlie Dempsey attacking Xavier Wood. And Trick Williams from behind. He tricked me.
Respect.
All right, now I'm going to have to kill all you guys. Got it. Nikki Leon's with a chair! By God! Oh, yeah, no, I like this as a team. KO and... Oh! Bailey, no!
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop.
Members of the board, so you mean The
NXT
Rock.
is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I give Bailey about middle. She gave some fucks. Kevin cared. I mean, okay, so that's our storyline. So I explained some of the belts I saw where they had like NXT
Well,
Mutiny.
It's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity champions.
What, CM Punk getting injured? Who'd have thought?
Person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget, I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
That is not
I was
fair.
wrong.
I agreed with you the
I
whole
know.
time.
But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be
There it
trusted.
is.
No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
In the past, boy, I'll have to hear again. I mean, right now, Jade Cargill
Look,
on this
I've
one.
already spoken to Nick Aldis, and we're going to work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front. But we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said about Triple H.
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
Or does he?
Oh, crap, now that you say that, it makes me think he is.
But I'm going to agree with you for right now.
You're right. Punk's fired up about getting attacked and not thinking straight. He did have a point, though, that we have to be careful about who to trust.
I know. It seems like Bailey and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
Oh
And it
no,
sounds
not
like we need to
them.
find someone from outside of WWE who could step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from...
All right, we got to make some choices. You know, we've done rival promotion. I'm going to go the
They're
indie.
from the Indies.
Okay. But how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
I'm going to go with we grew up together.
We grew up together. When you know someone for that long, there's a trust that's been built up for years.
All
Also,
right,
yeah, I'm
so
pretty sure anybody
after you
working
get
at
them on
NXT
board,
isn't doing any
let's talk next
indies
steps.
anymore.
And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
Okay, so this is probably where they're going to bring in the female CAW we had to download. Okay, well, all right. Okay, so they're establishing... All right, is there anything in here I need to... Okay, what does this say? You're about to leave? Are you ready to continue with your story? Well, I got nothing in here that looks like I can do anything, so yeah. All right, Nick, thanks. Nick's gonna turn on me. All right, so we've got mutiny shirts unlocked. Yay! All right, and now we're going to have Mariposa, who's the other character I created. Or didn't create. I downloaded her. I don't know anything about her build.
Wow, you came all the way here to an indie show to see me? Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
Isn't fighting a rebellious mutiny exactly what lifelong best friends are for?
I thought they were more for exchanging birthday cards and the occasional random text. But maybe we could branch out.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
You know I'm ride or die with you. Let's do it.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
We are going to kick some mutiny ass.
Haven't changed a bit.
Okay, so here we go. Ooh, Triple H has got one of... Okay, yeah, Triple H is against us. Oh, they're actually calling me the creator? Well, because it's text, so they could just put in the name. All right. Where are we going? Next time we get to a screen where I can pause out and make some decisions, we're going to take a break because we've been streaming for an hour and a half and I could use a break. But we're going to do some ass kicking first. I'm going to say the person who created this COD didn't do a bad job, especially with the hair dye. I mean, Sen, you're not wrong that this has a very NWO feel to it.
Well, I mean, this is your standard invasion angle that they've been trying to recreate the NW magic from since.
Since the 90s.
I mean, well, yeah, and then of course there was the Nexus.
Yeah, the first time NXT was invading.
Yep.
All right, let's see who what.
Oh yeah, you had the ECW, WCW, that invasion angle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've tried to do the NW thing multiple times and never quite hit the same. Mm-hmm. Shocker.
And I don't. Problem is, certain newer characters from last year, I don't know if this is a new character or one of the ones they had from last year. All right. Josie Jane. All right, Josie, get ready for a ride. Ooh. Oh. Now I gotta. All right. Oh. And I wasted my shot. Okay. Oh. And now we trade the punches. Nope, stop him. Ah! Why am I missing my moves? All right, fine. You know what? And let's hit the finisher now. What is her finisher? Go for the pin. Hit my microphone. All right, so I feel at the very least I made a decent, I got lucky, found a decent choice for the story.
So, this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need this space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point.
Are you paranoid, Christopher?
What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to
Wait,
carry
how?
the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy, but for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this on the Indies, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best. Which, in my case, is being...
All right, so we got to make a choice for her. Now, we made the creation bold and brash. Do we want to make her...
Well, what was the character like on the show? Didn't you say this person was from Lucha Underground?
Yeah, and you know what? She was scheming and calculating. The name Mariposa, this is, the look is different, but since Mariposa was scheming and calculating...
scheming and calculated.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
NXT is going to be ready for you to strike back, but they don't know I'm on board yet. We can use that as a tactical advantage.
How so?
We're going to hustle them, embarrass them, and when it's all over, walk out with their precious intergender NXT Unity Tag titles.
I would have just wanted to go invade them right back, but I'm intrigued. How are we going to pull this off?
I know a guy who can get me into the Performance Center.
Just like that, huh?
I mean, you got to move the story forward. And how do they vet it? He probably called the Omni Geek.
First things first, you're going to explain just how the hell you got in here. The Performance Center is official NXT Mutiny territory now.
Oh!
Chase got us in.
Troy joined Mutiny!
I'm
Yay!
Chase. Used to train here a few years back. Still think I got a raw deal. Before that, I was a popular minor league mascot named Ribby. Ring a bell?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So you just walked right in? I don't get it.
Well,
Ribby!
I still had my old badge. Plus, it helped that I kept in touch with Todd, the security guard. Good guy.
Freaking Todd! This really is his last strike. Anyway, I'll deal with him later.
Damn it, Todd.
Why exactly are you here?
We're here to show Mutiny just how great me and Chase are. If you want to take down Raw and SmackDown, you need to sign us.
Is Shawn Michaels still here? What about Corey Klein? I'd like to give them a piece of my mind. They really missed the boat on old Chase.
None of them are here. You're dealing with me, okay? NXT Mutiny signed me to be their top producer, and I can't have outsiders showing up unannounced on my watch. My bosses would not approve.
I told you this was a bad idea, Chase. Let's just go to SmackDown or Raw, where they recognize real talent. Their GMs have been blowing up my phone nonstop.
Wait, they have? You know, it just so happens that the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions are training here today and need some opponents. So if you two think you're Mutiny material, go prove it.
You won't regret this.
Just remember, if this works out, who gave you the big break? Now excuse me. I need to go fight
The
Tom.
simp. I mean, wait.
Okay, where are we going? All right. I'm pausing the game because I really need to take a break and it just keeps going. So I'm going to take a few minutes because I need to go. And are you going to stay here, Tim, or are you going? What's your plan?
I can. I mean, I'll at least be in chat.
Okay. You know what? I'm just going to put on one of the commercial breaks.
Why not?
And then we'll be back. So yeah, just be gone for a few minutes and then we will continue with this adventure.
The following message has been paid for by blood money.
Have you ever witnessed a beloved JRPG mascot get brutalized? Perhaps a kawaii character from one of your favorite anime has been through a grueling battle. Or perhaps some jackass just gets off on inflicting pain to them. Well, don't just stand there. Pick up the phone today. Hello, I'm Mr. Butler from Kawaii Universal Protection Organization. Here at Kupo, we provide treatment and recovery for all the kawaii creatures of the world who have been put through the ringer. Our facilities include therapeutic counseling sessions.
Alright, Bernie, calm down! I'm not Paul! Why did we sign up for this?
Exercise regimens for full rehabilitation.
Holy Jesus! Run! No! Dang nabbit, I told you not to mix up the greens in their diet!
And of course, our serene and peaceful med wards.
Oh, sweet unholy heaven, who let the Tonberries out of the secure way?
Yes, indeed. We spare no expense to ensure the safe recovery of our beloved mascot patients. So don't delay. Call 555-KUPO today. That's 555-KUPO.
The preceding message has been paid for by blood money. Only those with the right card and the right tastes are fortunate enough to be admitted to the Crimson Cabaret. It is where the most desired, most talented of souls entertain our exclusive club members. We offer 2 levels and live music, be it the voice of a starlet or the company of a charming server. We cater to all tastes, and we are sure to satisfy. So tell us, what is it that you desire?
This is the grand opening of the Wild Fang Coffee. Here you can feel safe with your baristas trained in popping a cap in a dude while crafting the perfect cup of coffee. Each has spent 6 months in combat training and trained by Ramsey himself, the National Coffee Chief. They strive for perfection in every cup. And remember, Wild Fang Coffee. Come steal from us. We dare you.
Seth Jackson here with the Man Dapper. Have you ever been scheduled for a singles match only to discover your opponent is Helix sucks? Have you ever been powerbombed so hard that your bowels come loose from the intestinal lining? Well, if you said yes to any of the following questions, the Man Dapper is here for you. With super absorbent anti-Hershey squirt technology, we have you covered, no matter how quickly you are plummeting towards a splintery potluck table from the 80s. The Man Dapper, because your ass is a winner.
The Man Diaper is not liable for any rashes caused by the misuse of our product, no matter how much Seth says he itches.
When you're the type of guy on a hot summer's end day, taking down every son of a gun that ever did you wrong, the first and last thing you ought to do is have that victory smoke. Make sure it's a Vin Smoke. Vin Smoke's Hunter Classics. They got a real kick.
Each year, millions of people struggle due to poverty and lack of opportunity. For some, help arrives too late. Hello, I am Sir Uncle Dunk, and I'm here to talk about a group of people who have struggled more than most. The 1%. These wonderful people are a minority the world over and have been persecuted by governments and societies to the point where they're becoming an increasingly small part of our planet. We here at Uncle Corp aim to help those affected by business laws, OSHA regulations, and sweaty wrestlers in spandex. If you make a donation today at 1-800-GIMME-MONEY, we can end the suffering of the rich minority around the world. That's 1-800-GIMME-MONEY. Make your donation today.
We're back. Well, at least I'm back.
I'm back.
See, he's back too.
Yeah.
Can
confirm.
Can confirm. So I was just thinking more about this, the Invasion storyline, because it's such a classic. And by classic, I mean overused.
Well, again, it goes to the lightning in a bottle thing. Is that NWO was huge. It was changed the landscape of wrestling, and there's always been somebody that's like, man, if only we could do that again, without realizing you can't, not organically. But I mean, yeah, like I said, they started with WCW, then they tried to bring in ECW, and then they started with NXT, and none of them have really worked.
I think the reason NWO worked, in my opinion, is it was the first time you had wrestlers leaving WWF for another promotion. Especially because at the time, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were big stars.
Yeah.
And so their loss was a big deal for WWF, and it kind of made sense as a storyline of what do you do with these guys now that you got them. And then, then it worked, and then they drove it into the ground. I haven't got back except eating something. I want to finish eating, and then I'll get into the game.
Well, yeah, they started, it became the cool thing that everyone wanted to be a part of, and then once everyone was a part of it, it wasn't the cool thing.
And then that's when you had NWO Wolfpack and
Okay, now hey, you might be able to help me with this because I always forget to ask somebody. Okay, Blue World Order,
right.
the Blue Meanie.
Mm-hmm.
Is that based off of the meanie from Price's? This is no. Oh, what was that show? No whammy, no whammy. Stop.
I know what you're talking about. No.
Let's make a deal.
No, it's
No.
I can see it. It's the Spin Show.
Press your luck.
Press your
Thank
luck.
you, Sasquatch.
No, he's based on the Blue Meanie from the movie Yellow Submarine.
Ah, okay. I have not seen that, so. But it just the mask thing always made me think of Press Your Luck.
And those were called whammies.
Yeah, they were.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, because I always wondered where that came from. Question answered. Or answered question, whatever.
Question. Now, apparently my thing is I need to look weak, so I got to let him hurt me. Which just goes against everything I believe, but okay. All right, now what do I get to do?
Are we at the point where I punched Troy?
All right, great. Now, come on.
Tag is good.
All right, now I gotta let them pin me as Mariposa. All right, which means I can't lose his chase.
Tag is in.
Right, I know that. All right, I at least want to get a hit in, all right? Oh! Okay, I wanted to at least get something in. All right.
We weren't ready for that match, Troy, but I promise the outcome would be different with more time to prepare.
Speak for yourself. I was fully prepared.
I'll handle this, Chase. So, what do you think about a rematch, Troy?
I think it's cute you think another match would turn out any differently. But you've given me a great idea. If you want a rematch so bad, why not do it on NXT? So the entire world can see your big debut and how talented you are.
Thank you. I accept your offer of a rematch on NXT.
Perfect. The Unity Champions are gonna look great. And Bailey KO and all my new bosses here at Mutiny, are gonna love it. Thanks for doing me this huge favor.
Anytime.
Troy, I want to punch you in the face so badly. But now I need to actually make... Okay, she's going to be... She is a striker. Oh, she's, unlike Creation, is definitely aerial. Not as much of a submission girl. All right, I think that's good. All right, let's go to our match. How's the plan going? It's going great. Mutiny's the new idiot producer agreed to a rematch. Okay, well, here's how we go. He may come in handy again. The one Chase, the character introduced in 2K20. So the intergender exists, and that's the reason why there's only one My Rise this year. Licks you up. So yeah, we're almost certainly going to see intergender matches in this. I love they at least created a logo for Mutiny. I haven't watched NXT in a while. Is this an actual belt?
I have not watched NXT either, but I'm going to assume no. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't watch.
All right, let's see what we got for. Please let the mission be just beat the hell out of him and win.
Introducing the challengers, the
And they didn't give her anything. I'll have to see if I can find something for her later. And redacted. Okay, so I could do special commands. So by keep the pressure on, you mean hurt this guy a lot. We can do that. Leg DDT. Now what? Oh, poking my eye. And here comes my partner. Chase! Bro!
You after her.
This is exactly the kind of thing the creation would do in this situation. I expected to have to work harder at that. But I'll take it. Oh, I got an achievement. United we stand.
I saw what you did by pulling a fast one on NXT and winning their Unity Championships. Clever.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We've known each other since we were kids.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it, so this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
We understand your stance, but we don't have to agree with it. We're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Really, Trips? Really? Okay.
What I'm trying to see is,
I'll be back soon to help. And by help, I mean, no, not betray. I would never do that. I'm very loyal.
I won't betray you,
Okay, where we got? There's a couple thoughts on...
Welcome back, punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you tricked them into defending their Unity titles. And then walked away with them, too. Well done.
Thanks. I guess that producer Troy was fired by Mutiny for his screw-up and is now groveling to get his job back with us. Good luck with that.
Oh, Troy.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldous and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
Yeah, it is convenient. I can't believe he's still staying neutral. Makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
I'm going to go to Raw as the creation, obviously. However, I'll take this pause screen as a moment to answer the question from Lickshoe from earlier, which, of course, is any thoughts on why they changed their mind about the intergender matches. One, it's very highly demanded. And the move to Netflix versus USA, I think, opened up a lot of things for them. Because the answer has always been, well, we can't do intergender matches because the sponsors don't like it.
Yeah, advertisers. So if they have Netflix support, they don't need it as much.
Yeah. So I feel that was a huge part of it.
Certainly helped.
Also because I think on the brand, I mean, let's face it, Rhea Ripley's been agitating to be able to take on guys for a while. And there's also, I can think of a few of the women. I mean, a lot of them just from skill, but I can think of people like Nia Jax, where she absolutely there's guys that she would just be manhandling. So that's my thought on what happened with the intergender stuff. All right. So we got the NXT Mutiny Arena, the NXT Unity Tag Championship, and then we unlocked some double team moves. That's going to be a big deal because the move is going to unlock stuff for character creation. In other words, that's stuff I can absolutely see Zacho using, and so yeah, it's going to get used.
Look you up. Honestly, WWE couldn't give two shits one way or the other. It's just they have to answer to the sponsors.
Yeah. You know what? Because I can control it. Okay, switch players. Switch Player Hub allows you to switch to your other character player. You can play storylines as your other character if the story content is available. You may need to do this from time to time to advance the main path of the overall My Rise story. Good to know. This is also the idea where multiple playthroughs happen. Okay. Attributes upgrade. So I want to max out submission early because my main finisher is a submission hold. All right. Okay. Everyone prepare yourself for wanting to punch Troy really hard in the face. All right, I'm going to go singles because otherwise I have to. All right, he told me there'd be opportunity for live events. Okay, so completing a live event match will earn you attribute points and star rewards. The more star rewards you earn, you'll unlock WWE Superstars, My Rise original characters, Ka parts, and My Faction cards. I'm going to have to... Live event matches have tag team variations. When entering a tag team live event, you will use the Allies section screen to choose a partner, which will appear before you lock in the match. Okay. So for now, I'm going to go singles.
This is the one everyone's been waiting for. You up for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Shut up, Troy.
Troy, I still really just want to slap you in the face.
Go step on a Lego.
Go step on a four-sided die.
Yeah, four-sided ones are like freaking caltrops.
Yeah. If I wanted to do something like caltrops, I would just grab a bunch of my four-siders. I miss my original entrance music, but this works. I'm sure at some point they're going to make me fight a giant, which will be interesting. Giant on giant warfare. Was that AJ?
AJ still has one of my favorite babyface newbie babyface moment where he's with the team. They're getting ready for a first blood match, and he's like, "Hey guys, don't worry, I'm prepared." He pulls out a Band-Aid. It's still one of my favorite bits.
All right, here we go. Hi, AJ. AJ, I want you to feel some regret for having chosen that. I don't know why it's trying to tell me to do submission holds. Get in the ring, AJ. And the ever-popular military press. It's
quite impressive.
Is it a submission match? Let me double check something here. All right, it is a submission match. That's cool, and I'll get there.
But first,
one of the things about a submission match, to do it really well, you have to beat the living hell out of your opponent. All right, but also, let's hit him with a graveyard smash. Now, let's bring him up. Oh, he blocked my finisher. Well, it's not the finisher version, but he got out of it. But AJ, another graveyard smash for you. Now get up. And now you're going up again in the proper Wheel of Pain. There we go. All right, so we got 3.5 stars out of that. Not bad. And, okay, so I'm going to have live events. But let's talk to Adam Pearce right now.
What the hell's going on around here today? All the suits look like a donkey kicked them in their tender bits.
That is a very specific analogy, but the reason everyone's upset is Mutiny is creating their own title, the NXT Mutiny Championship.
Why should we care? It'll go right down the memory hole with the Multiversal Infinite Championship and every other fake belt in history.
We're already bleeding superstars to their side. An NXT Mutiny Champion gives them even more credibility. I tried to get Triple H to stop them, but he hasn't even returned my call. If Mutiny keeps gaining momentum, I'm on track to be the last GM of Raw, which is a distinction I'd prefer to avoid.
I'm not looking to be your last #1 draft pick either.
What can we do at this point other than sit back and watch?
My partner and me took their Unity belts. How about I go down there, win their made-up tinfoil title myself, and show them exactly what I think about it?
That's borderline nuts. We're in a war, and you'd be walking behind enemy lines without any backup.
I don't need any backup.
I can't officially...
I am the backup.
But it sure would make an impression. And if somehow you pulled it off, it might turn the tide of the whole war. You sure you want to do this?
Let's roll. I'm going to walk into Mutiny's house, put my feet up on their couch, and serve them a case of frosty Stone Cold Steve Austin style whoop-ass.
I think
hell yeah.
Blackfoot Fair put it best. I am the Brute Squad.
Yep.
If you decide to confirm, you will be locked into the story and can no longer take other stories or live events matches until you finish the current story. If you feel like you want to explore a little more, You can always select to decline the storyline and come back to it later. All right, so it just means all right, I'm committed to this storyline until it completes. Let's do it. Yes. I just realized I walked in there with 2 finishers.
Might as well.
You've been monster mashed. Next.
Everybody in this building knows I go where I want to, when I want to. So when I heard Mutiny was getting big ideas about making up their own title, there was only one place I was gonna be. And that's right here in NXT Mutiny. I just obliterated 2 of your guys, and I'll do the same thing to the rest of your damn roster if I have to. Because that mail order belt, I'm taking it just like me and my partner took the Unity titles. So go ahead and...
Well, that's why that match was so easy.
When you came out here like a tough guy jumping people from behind, I thought about sending the entire locker room out to smash you like the tackling dummy that you are. But I have a better idea. See, I'm not going to let some WWE poster boy ruin our show. You want this mail order belt that's about to become the most valuable prize in the business? Then all you have to do is compete in our main event tonight. A qualifying gauntlet match.
Ooh. Well, this would be interesting because I think a character like, well, a giant is just custom made for gauntlet matches. So one thing I want to talk, so this just is one thing that has been laid down for M&W. We are going to, because again, Giant is a new character type. We are going to limit the number of Giants on a show. Right now we've talked about the couple of characters. There's like 3 characters on Flashbang Bosco is going to make into a Giant. One of them is of course the Creation. And he mentioned a couple others he's thinking about. And we said it on stream last night, so it's not like it's a secret. It's probably going to be Soterius, Basilicus, and Helix Sucks. And then over on Warzone, very likely Malice will become a Giant. And then the other possibility that makes the most sense because of what he's based on is Khan. And then any other character. But one of the things is if you're going to be a Giant character, you have to be of the size to be a convincing Giant. So we're not going to take Registered Anon and make him a Giant. No matter how much we would be playing up on the drug-powered storyline. Lord V's name didn't come up, and again, you want to keep it limited, 3 to 4. Reflecting on the fact that in the game they have only allowed 6 men and 1 woman to be a giant, and with the Undertaker, only half of his builds are that. And just for record, the others were, and somebody said, what about Great Khali? If he's in the game, then no, because the giants they made were Old Undertaker, Kane, Kevin Nash, Omos, and Yokozuna, and then Nia Jax. Giants, you don't get a lot of mileage out of giants if everyone's giant. You've got to pick and choose, and that's part of what we're doing. Also, I think with Lord V and his shapeshifter thing, the giant thing wouldn't necessarily work. For example, because Sasquatch Wing just spoke. One of the other reasons for a character like Sasquatch Wing, you'd think, oh, make Sasquatch Wing a giant. He's a Sasquatch. But giants don't fly. And part of Squatch's bit is that he goes aerial. So that is just going to be part of the logic there. Yeah, and see, Squatch, that's even what he said. Squatch wants to keep his Bam Bam style, which is exactly our thinking as well. So, yeah, Squatch is going to be a big guy, but he's not going to be a giant. A lot of characters where you'd look at it, they're going to still be... In his case, I don't remember if we have you as an aerialist or a powerhouse. A lot of the people you would think, oh, is he a giant, are powerhouses instead. Giant is a very specific thing. And again, it has advantages, as you've seen with the creation in this so far. But it has disadvantages. Can't go to the top rope. And one of the things that's probably going to come and play at some point is their stamina runs out faster. All right, let's see what some of the... Let's see. I'm sick of waiting for a call-up. Thanks. Okay. Oh, boy, we're going to have a lot to cover on the podcast this week. It's going to be... And then... And that makes sense. All right, and then John Cena. I've seen this type of thing before when I was a victim of the Nexus attack years ago. It's dangerous, and I fear for what's going on. I'm glad that they're acknowledging the Nexus storyline. No more hiding in the shadows or playing third wheel. Mutiny is here. And then as one half of the interchange, we're Invaders, creators of change tonight. We change for WWE forever. It's official next week on Raw. Dr. Palaman Creation will have his chance at revenge against Tony D'Angelo. That's the old one, so we got past that. All right. I don't know if I have enough to... Well, I might be able to read. Now, I mean, I could... Here's the thing. Aerial and running, aerial defense, aerial range, running offense, movement speed, and agility. Again, that's not what this character's about. So I'm going to hold on to those 8 points. Psycho Sally from last year's Women's My Rise. Another of our My Rise-averse.
My name's Psycho Sally, and
I don't want to hear one word from any of you traitors. What's wrong? Too afraid to mouth off now that we're standing face to face?
I thought you didn't want to hear one word from any of us traitors.
Well, it is kind of boring out here in the parking lot. So might as well say your piece.
I was just going to ask if you're hungry. Catering is really good tonight. There's even cake!
If Bailey and Kevin Owens think I'm walking into some trap right before I run your little gauntlet...
Wow, you seem really mad. Are you more of a pie person?
Never change, Sally.
Look, I don't know you, Psycho Sally. This isn't personal. But you're a soldier on the wrong side of a civil war where you're the bad guys.
The bad guys? Call me crazy, but I seem to remember you and your partner in crime pulling off a real bait and switch. You hustled us to take the Unity titles right back to the company that fought creating them for years.
After Mutiny declared war on WWE and attacked our whole damn roster.
Mutiny has a lot of people who used to be on your roster. Makes you wonder what they see and you don't.
The only thing I see is that I'm fixing to take that pretend belt your side just made up and turn it into scrap.
Every belt is pretend until people agree that it's real. You sure you don't want some cake?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Although I do like cake. And pie. Cake and pie.
Turned out that the cake, in fact, was not a lie.
So here's the thing I'm wondering. If I had made different choices of his personality type, if I had chosen, you know, comedic and fun or calculating, would those exchanges be different? Would it be different dialogue?
The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countouts. The match will be won if the first entrant eliminates all other entrants in the match.
Or they, you know, beat me. Am I getting my... Oh, because I have a belt. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I never put a lot of effort when I'm recreating the creation into his title entrance, since I know Bosco will never put a belt on him. That's not how this character is used. Plus, there's this thing since I'm the other showrunner. So, you know, my rise is the only time I get to live the dream of, oh, I'm a champion. Plus, the belts always clip my coat. Oh no, absolutely, Blackfoot Ferret. Creation, Bosco likes to use the creation often as, oh shit, here he's come. And you know, the creation has been on a win streak of late. One of the big things about the creation is, his build does not work well in multi-man matches. You put him in a multi-man match, he's more often than not going to come out the loser. You put him in a singles match, his odds are pretty good to be the winner. But then again, you know, the 64-man tournament is RNG, and he got to the semifinals of Block D, but then lost to El Pollo. Now, we'll see what happens with the new Giant build, but yeah, the creation absolutely has a story purpose in Flashbang. It's just he is not, like I said, he's not somebody where the story usually works for him to be the title holder. If you'll note, in 5 years, he's never even had a shot for any titles. So that's how that story works. And again, this isn't bitching. This is, I understand. This is how the character works. Now, things might be different if I wasn't the Warzone showrunner. Because A, I'd have probably been doing more promo work and more agitating for a bigger role for the creation. But I'm not just another player. I am the Warzone showrunner, and I got to keep in mind that it comes with some expectations. Hi. I'm gonna build up your stun meter here. Oh, you son of a bitch. All right, fine. And graveyard smash, and I'm gonna pin you. Now, one thing I've been noticing with the extra health bar, I don't think it replenishes. I think that extra health bar of Giants is effectively temporary, like temporary hit points in D&D. I was trying to get him on a count out. Didn't work. And you get a graveyard smash. Okay, Wes, I'm going to warn you. I've got like 3 finishers. You. All right, you'll probably survive this first one because I didn't beat you down enough, but it'll still do some damage, and that sounds cool. All right. So I wanted to win the last one with a monster with a wheel of pain. Not a bad use of the gauntlet match. Mutiny is a brand of its word. Creation has earned his title shot at a first ever Mutiny Mystery Chamber match. The four pods of the chamber will be darkened, so Creation will have no idea who he's facing until they enter the match. It could be anyone. Mystery Chamber. Sound cool. So instead of one, that'll be four of your wrestlers that aren't going to be able to walk out of the arena under their own power.
And we're totally not going to get a big plot twist under one of these.
Right. It's totally not going to be CM Punk in one of those chambers.
Because, I mean, not like CM Punk's ever done anything regarding an invasion.
No. All right, now I'm going to talk to my bestie.
I'd question your strategy with all this mutiny title stuff, but I kind of feel like you're making it up as you go along.
You ever known me to do anything different?
I know you also didn't have a plan when you decided to climb Old Man Thompson's tree, and we had to call the fire department.
Old Man Thompson!
Not a great look.
Okay, I thought it was a windmill, and it called to me.
Oh, sure. Bring up my childhood trauma.
Hopefully you're triggered enough that you actually give some thought to what you're doing.
That was a long time ago. I've refined my improvisational technique.
Beating everyone up is only a technique until you lose a fight.
We got ourselves a real simple solution then.
Yeah, you just have to keep winning. Here's the thing. Doesn't this all seem a little easy? Mutiny could have jumped you, but they didn't. Not to mention this whole mystery chamber twist. Something's up.
I kind of like, and I think this is partially from the choices I made, I like that Mariposa's the smart one.
Trust me, if they have something planned, I'll be ready for it. The price is worth the cost. We got the Unity belts. I take
that's never gone wrong.
Off the table, Mutiny doesn't have much left after that.
Your mind's made up, so this is a losing argument. Good luck down there.
Thanks, bestie. All right. Creation returns to NXT Mutiny to compete for the new Mutiny Championship. Will he end the war in a single blow by showing WWE's dominance? Fingers crossed. Typical WWE propaganda. Maybe Caliban wins this Mutiny Championship and stays. This girl gets it. I like that. You would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you wrestling kids. Okay, let's see who I'm starting with. All right. So first thing is very simple. I got to beat the hell out of you. Which, you know, I'm perfectly okay with.
If it was logistically feasible, I think this would be a neat idea in reality.
Yeah, to have a darken so you can't see who's in. I mean, part of the answer would just be, you know, they're actually not opaque. It's just, you know, it's actual, like, blacked out. That means the wrestlers in can't see what's going on either. But, you know, I'm okay with that personally.
Well, no, what I'm looking at is more the keeping everything a secret.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't just leave these guys out there the entire thing.
That's a good point.
Hey, it's university guy.
Okay, fine. I'll beat you up for a while.
Yeah, like it'd be difficult to get them all into those chambers without somebody in the crowd or somebody else spoiling who's in it. Unless you were able to do like Cody Vaders in all 4 chambers so they could all come up from the bottom.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if this is going to work a little early in the match. Let's get one of these guys out of here if we can. There. Oh. All right, hang on. Here's the problem. This is always a problem trying to do an actual playing through a multi-man match when I can't actually see what my character's doing.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's like, where am I? All right. Okay, thanks to targeting, I'm going to get a chance to get back up. Cool.
Sneak a pin.
Not quite yet. That's okay. Duke, you're going to have a graveyard smash. See what you two are going to do for a second. You know, never interfere with your enemy when they're making a mistake. All right. Now, it's a one-on-one match. All right, let's see how this one goes. Oh, you reversed me, you bastard. Fine. All right, well, let's just beat you the hell up then. All right, and now I am the Mutiny Champion.
Who am I, Shane Douglas?
I mean, that's kind of what I swore I'd do. There we go. Destruction of Mutiny. Definitely was some strategizing I had to do during that
what a
match.
Statement. What an incredible victory for WWE. First, you basically steal the Unity Championships. Now you destroy our first ever NXT Mutiny Championship belt that we didn't even give a damn about in the first place.
Well, sure, say
That's
that
right.
now.
You never wondered why we didn't come out and stop you from wrecking our title? Or why we even gave you the opportunity to win it in the first place? Or why when those mystery pods opened, that it wasn't some big WWE superstars who had jumped to Mutiny? It's because you played right into our plan. Not only did you spend 2 weeks spiking our ratings, you wore yourself out, showing us exactly who the weakest links in Mutiny's chain were. And now, we've cut them out. So thank you. You managed to make Mutiny that much stronger. Maybe next time, think
You know,
twice
Kevin
before
Owens is
barging
another one
here
who's
with a head
he's
full of
really
steam and
putting
no real
effort
plan.
into his voice acting.
Or better yet, don't think twice. Seems to work out better for us that way.
I think that was what, Kevin, that's what we call a manufactured victory. No, we meant to do that.
That's the way you make an impression. Bust in through the front door and make them choke on their own egos.
I appreciate it, but the way KO spun things didn't make it feel like a win.
Come on. You walked into their house, beat half their roster, and turned their fancy title belt into shrapnel. Kevin Owens was just spinning.
She's right. If I had to guess, they didn't expect you to go rampaging through like a bulldozer. KO made all that up to save face.
They could have jumped me at any time, but they didn't. They put a bunch of scrubs into the chamber match. Hell, Psycho Sally came out to the parking lot to offer me some cake. Makes me wonder.
If they created a title because they knew you couldn't resist going down there to win it, sacrificed a bunch of their own guys just to see if they could hang with you, then baked you a cake? That seems a little egocentric.
Well, when you put it like that.
We should talk about what's next. I spoke to the GMs, and you're going to defend your Unity titles at WWE Payback.
Mutiny maneuvered their way into a title match?
No, you'll actually be facing Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins.
Might be nice to take a break from battling Mutiny.
Exactly. And since you're facing a team from our side, there's no chance of the titles going back to NXT.
Right.
We don't plan on losing either way.
Even though they're not directly involved in the match, I still think Mutiny might try to interfere. And since we all know that Hunter and the board won't do anything about it, I'll be in your corner to watch your backs. Deal?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, there's no chance anyone in that, you know, Becky and Seth who started NXT, no way they'll go against us. And you'd never betray me.
Amidst all this NXT mutiny chaos, there's one thing that's been catching our eye. Piquing our interest, if you will.
Don't get us wrong. We are Team WWE all the way. We support anyone who's fighting the good fight. But two of our teammates have something we want. The Unity Tag Team Championships. And now, we've been given the opportunity.
And who better to hold the Unity titles than an actual wedded couple? That's real unity. Unlike the current champions whose bond is that they grew up together. I grew up with a lot of weirdos. Doesn't mean they'd make a good tag team partner.
But don't worry.
Pluto one that started OSW.
Titles, all will be well in the world. You can get back to focusing on Mutiny, and everyone can rest easy that the Unity titles are still safe and sound with Team WWE.
One last thing. CM Punk, we hear you're gonna be in the champ's corner. We don't need anyone in ours, since we have each other.
But don't try any funny business out there, okay? Or we'll send you right back to the hospital.
Keep those belts nice and warm, champs. We're coming for you.
Okay, so Becky and Seth, like I predicted earlier, they put forth effort.
Right.
And I appreciate it. Okay, I gotta see where we are in the story. Guys, all right, I'm gonna do this match. The next time we get a pause point, though, we're gonna do a wrap-up for the day, because it's going to be that time. And I'll go over what our programming notes are, because we've got an interesting week coming up. All right, so predictions. Mutiny interference or Punk turns on us?
I'm going with Punk personally.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way.
I mean, it's almost like he completely just laid out his plan in the tour bus and said, yeah, but that'd be egocentric. Wait a second.
The early match, licks you up. I remember, here's the interesting thing. The snob version of Hunter Hearst Helmsley is in the game. It's weird thinking that character has become one of the biggest figures in the wrestling industry. Alright. I like that the Seth the Freakin' is just part of his entrance now.
The following contest is an intergender tag team match and is for the NXT Unity Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the team of Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. And their opponents, the Monster
And impronounceable. All right, here we go. Now, hit Seth or Becky with a whirlwind splash. So Irish whip, Becky or Seth into the corner by pressing B. Then press B again to execute the Irish whip. This is gonna... Seth. All right, fine. All right, okay. Irish whip Seth into our corner. All right. Come on, Seth. Come here. All right, this is going to be one of those overly complicated. Okay, one more time. Press B to, okay, set up the Irish whip. Right. Then when prompted, press A. When prompted. Oh, okay, hang on. All right, we'll try this again. Seth, get up. Sorry, I have to keep doing this to you. There we go. All right, that's what it was. Okay, I'm cool with that. Hey, here's the intergender stuff you guys were asking for.
Here, back.
Right. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're gonna try this again, Seth. Oh, she's gonna drop me on him. Nice. Welcome back. There's what I wanted. Graveyard smash. And a monster mash. Becky, get out of the ring. Really, even that far down. Fine, you know what? All right, you want to play this? I'll play it. Punk did not betray us. I are surprised. Okay. All right. So with that, we'll do this real quick. I got some points. Yeah, I'm good with that. All right. And now with this, I know I gotta. It's time to end. It's time. We're done. It's after 4 o'clock. We have done our stream today. So while I look for, and I know who will probably raid if he's on, but while I look for who to raid, some program notes. So what to expect this upcoming week on the channel. Of course, Monday, Bosco's on. We're absolutely going to raid Bosco. So Monday, we are going to have M&W Warzone Presents Future Shock, our next pay-per-view. Guys, you got to tune in. You're not ready. You do not know what we have planned. It is going to be a banger of a show. Of course, we're going to have Malice versus Louis McDonald for the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship. Power Surge versus Johan Mion for the Big Oof. Mega Rider Nexus defends his belt against Dagrick in a friendly cruiserweight match. And also in your main event, the showdown between Zeta and R. Sawyer in the Road Bro Beatdown. Tuesday, join Tim and I as Dr. Caliban and Storyteller for Dr. Caliban's Nightmare Cinema, where we are going to be watching episodes 8 and 9 of Adam Man vs. Superman, the 1950 Superman serial. Then this Friday, Bosco has a convention coming up. So he's very likely not doing anything on stream on Friday. So what I'm going to do on Friday is we're going to continue this. We're going to continue the My Rise story. I'll play Showcase offline and save My Rise right now for streams. And we'll go through that. So that there is some M&W content on Friday while Bosco's busy. Next Saturday, I think we might go back to doing a normal VTube Saturday. We'll think of something, Tim and I. And then on the following Monday, and I'm going that far out, it's the week after a pay-per-view, and we usually take a week off from Warzone. Zacho has asked for a week off. So that will also be more of the My Rise storyline that night. So that's what to look forward to coming up as we get ready for these. What do you mean in I misspelled Edward. That is embarrassing. Edward Bosco. All right. So everyone, thank you very much for joining us for this crazy adventure, and we hope to see you again soon. Tim, you have anything you want to add before we head out?
No.
All right. Well, thank you everyone very much, and have a good night.